Hi dear students, let's discuss the topic valency. Valency represents the combining capacity of an element. When we take the valency of an atom or a radical, may be defined as the number of hydrogen atoms that will combine with or be displaced by one atom of that element or radical. For example, water contains two atoms of hydrogen combined with one atom of oxygen. One atom of the oxygen has the capacity to combine with two atoms of hydrogen. Therefore, the valency of oxygen is 2. Some elements may not combine with or displace hydrogen. In such cases, we consider their valencies in relation to some other element whose valency with respect to hydrogen is known. For example, valency of chlorine is 1. One atom of sodium combines with one atom of chlorine to form one molecule of sodium chloride. Therefore, the valency of sodium is also 1. Valencies of most elements fall between 1 and 4. Elements with valency 1 are called monovalent. Valency 2 are called bivalent. Valency 3 are called trivalent. And valency 4 are called tetravalent. Valencies are expressed in whole numbers. Next, variable valency. Some elements have variable valency because their atoms have different combining capacities while forming different compounds. For example, iron forms two compounds with chlorine, FeCl2 and FeCl3. We already know the valency of chlorine is 1. An atom of iron combines with two atoms of chlorine in FeCl2. So, the valency of iron is 2 in FeCl2. In FeCl3, iron combines with 3 atoms of chlorine. Hence, the valency of iron in FeCl3 is 3. Next, we will learn how to write chemical formula. Let's write the chemical formula of some radicals. Potassium sulfide, K2S. Potassium sulfide is made up of the radicals potassium, K, and sulfide, S. For writing the chemical formula, first write the symbols of radicals. They are K for potassium and S for sulfide. That is Ks. Write the valency of each radical at the top. K valency 1 and S valency 2. Here there is no common factor in valencies. So there is no need to divide them by any number. Cross the valencies. K1 S2 is crossed into K2 S1 or simply K2S. The formula is K2S. Next, calcium carbonate, CaCO3. The radicals of calcium, Ca, and carbonate, CO3, constitute calcium carbonate. Write the symbols of radicals, Ca and CO3. Write valency of each radical at the top. Ca valency 2 and CO3 valency 2. Divide the valencies by the common factor. Here common factor is 2. So when we divide valencies by 2, we get Ca valency 1, CO3 valency 1. Then we get CaCO3. The formula is CaCO3. Next topic, chemical equations. A chemical change is represented by an equation called a chemical equation. There are two sides in chemical equation. On the left, we have substances take part in a chemical reaction called reactants, and the new substances formed after the reaction are called products. The number of atoms of each element on the reactant side must be the same as that on the product side. An equation satisfying this rule is called a balanced chemical equation. Let's see an example. Hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water, and we saw the reason why this chemical equation is unbalanced. The number of oxygen atoms on the left side is not equal to the number of oxygen atoms on the right. As thus, one oxygen atom on the right and two on the left. We multiply H2O with 2. The number of oxygen atoms on the right is 2 and that on the left is also 2. Now the number of oxygen atoms on both sides are balanced. What about hydrogen? When we multiply this compound with 2, the number of hydrogen atoms on the right become 4. And what is the number of hydrogen atoms on the left? It's 2. How can we balance the hydrogen atoms now? We can multiply the hydrogen atom on the left side by 2 to get this. The equation is balanced now. When all elements are balanced, we say that chemical equation is balanced. Thank you. The lesson is completed.